should be good to go. Nonzo. All right, chat. So we're gonna wait for Nonzo to join, and then we'll see how we can help our friend here. Yeah, I'm gonna hop on a call. Cool, man. Who else do we got in here? And do we got YouTube going? We do have YouTube going. Okay, cool. All right, let me hop in the chat. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna hop in our live stream and see what's going on. Who do we got in here? We got Tiago, Cindy, Ivana. What's up, Ivana? Thanks for joining. Ivana, if you want to hop on a call, feel free. Oh no, Ivana left. Is Nonzo gone? What just happened, guys? Cindy, how are you doing? Good to see you again. I think Nonzo just like disconnected from the internet or something. What's up, Tiago? What's going on? Nothing much, man. Just another day. Always, I was saying earlier, I'm always happy to be done with work, man. Work today was awful, and I'm happy to just shift gears and focus on stuff that I like. I'm good. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, Cindy. All right. I don't know what's going on with Nonzo. He hopped in and he wanted to join, but he might be MIA. I don't really know. So in the meantime, Cindy, oh, I'm going to sneeze. All right, I'm good. In the meantime, Cindy, a couple thoughts for you from our last discussion. Hopefully our conversation was insightful for you. I'm curious to hear a little bit about how you're feeling a couple days removed from our last conversation, because I know that's a tricky predicament, you know, trying to figure out what direction to go with the page, especially when you have so many different interests. Were you able to refine in your head a little bit on what direction you want to go? All right, Nonzo says he's having difficulties joining on his phone. Okay, let's just give us a moment, I guess. Oh, he's joined on his laptop. Okay. Okay. So Nonzo should be here in just a moment. What's up, Hinkle? Hinkle Fog. What's going on, man? Good to see you. All right, we got Nonzo in here. Nonzo, what's going on, brother?
I'm good, man. How you doing, Sean?
Good, man. Good. Would you prefer I call you Nonzo or Daniel?
Nah, you got the nonsense correct, so it's cool.
I love it, man. Love it. Cool, man. Well, I appreciate you hopping on. What time is it over there for you? Just out of curiosity.
I'm in Atlantic, Canada, so 7-Eleven.
Oh, okay. So not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
I'm having a lot of people join these live streams when it's like 2 in the morning. So
Oh, oh,
7 p.m. isn't bad, man. That's cool that you're
yeah.
in Canada too. I have a lot of people that have been hopping on these lives that are in like the UK,
Mm,
Canada,
mm,
Europe. So
mm.
cool.
Are you from the US?
I am. Yep. But
Okay, good.
I love Canada, man. I'm actually going to Toronto in October. The
Okay.
last time I was
Cool.
there, I was in Alberta, Canada.
Hmm.
Really small area. I don't know if you've ever been in Manitoba.
Oh no,
Love,
but I heard it's small.
dude, I love Canada. It's definitely a place that I have considered heavily. Actually, I've talked to my family about this all the time of moving to. So
Moving to Canada.
yeah, I love it there. It's a way more reformed U.S. to me.
Hmm.
You know, it's like the U.S. but with all of the pros and
Hmm.
way less of the cons.
I
So
mean, yeah, it's a bit it's safer, I would say, especially
definitely
as
safer.
someone with like a color. I guess I'd say it's safer.
Definitely safer. Also, just like the people, man. You guys are
Hmm.
so friendly. The people over here, especially like where I live, is in Las Vegas,
Oh, okay.
and you know, tourist city over here, of course. And it's just
Hmm.
it's a different the vibe over here where I live. And sorry, I won't chit chat too long. I know you have some questions for me, but
No, no, you can talk. Like we can talk. I want to actually get to know about you, so
love it,
we can.
love it, love it. Yeah, the vibes over here. It's interesting in Las Vegas because
Hmm.
since it's a tourist town, you know, you have people from all over the country and all over the world that are here, and so there's just constant traffic. Also,
Hmm.
different types of behaviors of people.
Okay.
Everything here is like people are used to things being very quick.
Oh
Like
yeah.
when I've traveled across different parts of the world, I've been to different places in Europe, and you'll sit down and you could have like a 3 hour dinner, and everyone's just chilling. Like there's no rush to get up off your seat. You know, like there's a big emphasis on socializing. Over here, it's much
Hmm.
different. It's like fast pace, move, 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 no time to chit chat. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
when I go to
I get what.
Canada, it's just so chill, man, when I talk to people. So, anyways,
I mean, it's not bad for that reason, but like sometimes that does get annoying because a lot of these people, like you'll need to do something. Like there's sometimes where you actually need to do something like really fast, but like they're taking forever because it's just their nature,
yeah,
you know. So
yeah. How long have you been in Canada for?
um, I think 3 to 5 years, 3 years, I'd say.
Wow. Okay. Where were you before Canada?
Nigeria.
Nice, man. What made you decide to move to where you're at now?
I mean, Nigeria is a shithole right now, though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like it's going to shit, and my parents were like, we should just move because it's something they wanted to do for a while. So
Yeah. Dude,
yeah.
that's awesome. So cool.
Hmm.
All right, Nonzo. So what can I do
Yeah.
for you today? What do we want to discuss here? Do we
I
want
was just wondering if you
uh
could like tell me like where I need to go on from like the content like area because I just started
Sure.
posting 2 weeks ago,
Sure.
and I was wondering
Days ago, I made a video about
like
how
I'm
my
just
goal for the
opening
end of
the
this year was
oh
100K
sorry
followers, and if I
I'm
failed, I
just
was going to
opening
take a
like
step
my
away from
account right
social
now so
media
I can
just to
just
let it grow.
scroll and look at it right now.
Yeah, and I can
Just
pull you want
open
me
it.
to pull it up too? Here.
Yeah,
Let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen okay?
I can see it.
Okay. All right. Chat, let me know if you guys can see my screen as well. All right, Nonzo. So, walk me through it. So you want just general direction on where to go with your page maybe?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. In chat, and this will be for YouTube, I'll always preface before I say anything. I'm by no means an expert. I do these live streams so I can give you guys experiments to try. That helps all of us learn quicker and helps me get closer to my goal of becoming an expert. So, all right, Nonzo,
Yeah.
um, walk me through it, man. So you created this Instagram. How long ago did you create this Instagram account?
2 weeks ago.
Okay, dude, you're quick at it. 2 weeks ago, and you had your second video hit 5,000 views.
Yeah, but like it's a lot of the reposts are like my friends though. So I don't know if this is actually organic growth or just like if my friends didn't repost this, then I wouldn't be at this level.
No, but I mean, like, have you made content before?
No.
This is your first time making content,
Mm.
dude. I mean, this is pretty damn impressive. Is this your second video ever posted?
Yes. Well, this is my first second serious video. Like I posted some stuff on TikTok as trends, but this is like my second video ever, like trying to be a content creator.
Bro, you got a bright future ahead of you, man. I
Thank you.
wish
Thank
I wish my second video ever was like this. I mean, 5,000 views is insane, and the editing the topic, everything about it is really well done. How did you
Like,
come up with this video here?
so I've been seeing a lot of the videos where you take like an outlier video that goes viral from someone else's page. So if you type Joey65.
Hmm. Hold on, let me pull it up on another Instagram.
Mm,
Hold on 1 second,
okay.
dude. I am blown away that that's your second video. All right,
Thank
so Joey,
you. Yeah, Joey65. Yeah,
oh,
that guy.
Joey 65. Okay.
So he makes a lot of these 10 out of 10 ways to what's it called to do stuff in tech.
Yeah.
And it's and I just came up with the idea based off his content. And then when I saw that video got 5K views, I decided to like do some other stuff too. And I wanted to try other content, but like I don't know, like I started doing like yapping because I've been seeing people saying like you should try low effort videos. Like I don't know if you know, you've seen a guy named Zach,
Yeah.
like he
Yeah.
wears these sunglasses
Uh-huh.
and like orange or whatever.
Yeah. I talked to him. I talked to him quite a bit in the DMs. Zach. Yep.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I've been seeing a lot of his videos, and like he did this thing called Yap University or something where you should yap to the camera for 10, like you have to post 10 yaps.
Sure.
You have to post 10 yaps. So the 10 yaps would like in 10 days. So I've just been doing the yaps, and then I tried to do this this is another version of the same video. The other one here.
Which one?
I'm not sure if I could even show you. Yeah, this one.
So
Like I asked my friends what they think about the video. They told me maybe it's because I didn't add that many pictures that it didn't go as viral as the other ones. But I don't know. I'm trying to focus. I don't know what to do. Like I'm just trying to get your advice, basically.
Yeah, of course. Of course. All right. So first off, let me just say, dude, you're absolutely crushing it for your second video ever. I don't think anyone here that watches this can say that their second video ever hit 5,000 views. You finding an outlier video and making your own, that's great, man. I have this framework that I follow in my head that I think is helpful for people when they're creating content. I call it the 7 levels of content, and it basically, this video right here, I basically go through kind of like a roadmap on how to go from like 0 to 100 with content. Basically, level 1 is like when you just start posting, and so immediately, like since you're 2 weeks in, I'm thinking, okay, you're level 1, like you're just getting in the habit of posting, but you've already developed like some level 2 skills with your second video ever. Like where you're at is just not really the norm. Like I don't typically see people's second video where they're already remixing outliers. You've basically taken a level 2 skill set and with your second video ever, which is sick. But basically this roadmap here is just, I created this for me so that I could have a general direction on where to take my page. Oh, do you need a second to, I don't know if anyone was just trying to talk to you.
Nah, no one's talking to me.
Okay. All right. So I'm not going to say like this is I'm a big believer in like there are no rules when it comes to content creation. I think what Zach preaches is totally good. I think what other people preach, totally fine. In terms of like, should you do 10 videos a day? Should you do 1 video a day? Should you do this? Should you do yap? Should you do this? All the advice works. To me, I got to a point where I was very confused on what to do because I was watching so many people and they were all telling me things that seemed to be conflicting with one another. One person would tell me to post 10 times a day. The other person would tell me not to. And so I realized in my head that the best thing I could do is listen to advice in a certain order. And so I came up with this idea of 7 levels of content. The first level is basically when you first start posting. So if you're someone who has not yet been able to post every single day for at least like 30 to 60 days, the best thing that when I was in this boat, just trying to stay consistent and post every day, best advice that I followed during this time was literally just post. Like post ideas, don't care about the metrics, the engagement, so on and so forth. This was, again, I'm explaining you how my roadmap worked. This was just so I could get in the habit of making content consistently. Once I started to get in the habit of making content consistently, Then, of course, after posting for, let's just say 60, for me, I mean, I posted like 100 days straight until I decided, okay, I'm done just posting whatever. I want to try to go to level 2 right here, where I start to actually make better content. So I started to remix what's working from others, adding my own stuff to it. Nanso, are you still there, or did you freeze? Oh, Nanso's frozen. Oops. He might be joining, guys. That's wild, though. So for context, chat, before Nanzo joins back, his second video ever, for anyone that's just now joining, we're working with Daniel right now. His second video ever is at 5,000 views. What's up, Nanzo? Are you back in?
Yeah, my dad was doing something to the Wi-Fi. I don't know what happened.
You're good, man. You're good. So hopefully you can still see my screen.
Yeah, I can see it.
Basically, what I'm just giving you here is just, this is my roadmap that I've followed in terms of like how I should think about my page. The first level is just like, can I make content consistently? And how I can prove if I can make content consistently is if I can post every single day for like, 30 to 60 days, basically. Then at a certain point, I wanted to, after posting every single day, I was like, okay, well, I want to make better content so it gets more views and engagement. And so I started doing what you're already doing on your second video. So this took me, a little bit longer of a time, but I started to look at what's working out, in different accounts, and then remixing the outliers with my own ideas. Once I did that for some time, then I would go to my own account and see what videos of mine have performed the best, which that's what I'm saying. Like, you've already done, basically, like, you're already in level 2 now, which is pretty abnormal. But once I found some videos that worked on my page, then level 3, I became the hit maker. So I just basically doubled down on what worked. And then level 4 through 7 is this is the path that I'm currently on right now, where I'm trying to forge my own. So these first 3 levels, this is just a methodology of thinking for me that's helped me figure out how to think about making content. In your case, like, the first thing that I typically give as an experiment to try when someone is, especially like if you just started posting 2 weeks ago, the first experiment I would give to you is like, can you post every single day for 30 to 60 days? And in your case, let's just call it 30 days. Can you post every
I think I could
30 days? And
like, I think the yapping is allowing me to do. Oh, sorry if I'm interrupting.
No, go for it.
I think like the yapping is like helping me to post. Like, I think I can get at least one video a day. Like this,
Perfect.
The last video I just posted, I recorded that like 30 minutes ago, I think.
Perfect. And by the way, like, you're only 13 posts in, you already have 129 followers. Like, this is great.
That's mostly people from, like, I think there's all people I know. Like, most of them is people I know. Like, I counted, it's like 40 of them are people I've never met or seen before, but like 100 of them is like people I know already. Like, I follow on my main account.
Okay. But anyways, yeah, I mean, my first suggestion to you in terms of an experiment to try is try to post every single day for 30 days, maybe even bump it up to 60 days if you want, before, just so you can get in the habit of posting every single day consistently. Right now, you're like, what? Have you been posting every day for 2 weeks straight so far?
I missed a couple of days, like the first week, but like after those days that I missed, I didn't miss any more days. I started, like, I batch filmed a lot of them.
The best experiment I could give you is, let's just have you post every single day for 30 days, and don't worry too much about the engagement. Like, this is what I'm saying about, like, everyone's advice works. When it comes to Zach is very much a proponent of, like, just post a ton of volume and then you'll figure out what works after, like, putting in the reps. I think that advice is super solid for people who are just starting out. I think, like, for me, if I were to apply the stuff that I know now when I first started out, it would hinder me from posting because I would spend too much time, like, analyzing and researching and blah, 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 blah. When really the best thing for me when starting out was to just get in the reps of posting. Even though there's going to be videos that flop and videos that do well, it's
Mm,
all data. And this is going back to Zach. Since you follow Zach, I'll keep bringing him up. Zach is very much a proponent of like you'll see what works based on the data, that's shown. You
mm,
already have videos like, again, this is pretty abnormal to have your second video get 5,000 views. This is already a format that you could double down on, which
mm.
basically when people say double down, this means like, and again, going back to my, if I go back to my roadmap, oops, this is what I'm saying. Like you're kind of skipping what I normally see, which is good. But you could already, because you've had a video that's done better than the rest, you could already double down or remake your greatest hits, which is what I have as level 3, which would be
Mm,
this. You can make another video that's 10 out of 10 signs. You could even do cracked at something related to coding, or 10 out of 10 signs you're blank at coding. Like maybe 10 out of 10 signs you suck at coding, or
mm,
10 out of 10 signs you're cooked at,
mm,
I don't know, coding or whatever, or like 10 out of 10 signs you're LARPing. Well, but I think
mm.
that's what that guy did. But you know what I mean? Like you could just make this video in a ton of different variations, since this video's already performed so well. Like this is, again, typically when I'm doing these calls with people, it's very rare that I see someone's second video already do this well. And so you already have some ideas here that you could make iterations of, which would be this
Mm,
one here, this one here,
mm.
and and this one here,
No, but like that
or maybe
is
these
because
4.
like the get the like I don't know if I can show you the GitHub, the one that has GitHub on it. Those comments are because like I found out how to install those bots that people get automations for.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I found a way to do it for free. Like I got a free one,
You got a
and I just told some people to comment. Like some of these people I don't know them. Some of them are my friends. I told them to comment so I can test if it works.
nice, nice. Okay, well, just be careful with it. It's like a free DM automation tool.
Yeah, like since it uses the Instagram API, I'm not gonna get banned because I was worried about that at first, but I checked it and it says you don't get banned for it. I can send you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if you have. Send you a video too if you want.
Send it to me via DM just so I can take a look
Mm,
at it, and I'll give you my thoughts
okay.
on it. Because I
Okay.
know this is something that I've been very cautious of behind the scenes whenever, because I have a lot of videos where I do the same, like comment a keyword.
Yeah.
Just real quick, what I've seen to work the best with those is to have some sort of. Let me show you. Let me see if I can find a DM that I can show you. Hold on.
Okay.
Before we continue, before I give you like some experiments to try.
Okay.
Tiago, I'm gonna show. Oh no, I can't. Never mind. I can't show it on my desktop.
Okay.
Um, let me see if I can show you a picture real quick. Mini chat button link. Make sure whatever tool you're using. One thing that I've seen that. Have you ever seen people send DMs like this where it has like buttons to click on? I don't know if you've ever seen that, like this right here.
Yeah,
If
like I've
some
commented on some stuff and then they send me something with a button inside it.
like hold on. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this
I
picture
can
right here?
see.
I don't know.
I can kind of see it.
I know it's. Let me see. Maybe I can save it. Just make sure at the end of the day, whatever tool you're using,
Mm,
I would recommend making sure that you have. Oh, it didn't save as a PNG, whatever. I'd make sure you have a tool that sends out button links. Just because, like, I'm seeing a lot right now. I don't have all the answers, of course, but I am seeing quite a few Instagram accounts being banned for just sending like regular links
Can
in
I can I can I
DMs.
share screen too? I
Yeah,
could show
yeah,
you the buttons if you
yeah, yeah,
want.
yeah. Go for it. And then we'll get back to your page.
Okay, sure. Um, like this is my friend. I don't know if you can see
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
the.
Okay, okay, cool. Okay, yeah, those are better. Those are better for sure. Okay.
How do I stop sharing? Okay, stop sharing.
Yeah, and feel free to send me the tool via DM too, and we can talk about it after. Totally good.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so let me go back to your page.
Mm.
So again, and I'll send you a Google Doc too with just like my experiments to try. The first experiment I would give you is try to post every day for 30 days without worrying about engagement at all. Like you will have 30 days of just prepare yourself mentally that you're going to have 30 days of flops. Just so you can get in the habit of posting consistently. And especially when it comes to yapping, like yapping is this huge trend right now that a lot of people are gravitating towards because it's very easy to produce. But because just like everything, like it's a very like simple economics lesson where because there's so much demand for yapping, there's also a ton of supply now of people who are making yap videos. And now there's becoming more and more supply of yap videos, which will ultimately hinder the demand because there's so many yap videos out there. It's kind of like it's like an economics lesson of
I get what you mean.
And that's simply just because of how easy it is to produce. The more, the more, or the easier it is to produce something, and the more people that get results from doing something super easy to do, the more people will eventually do it, and then the app videos will quote unquote stop working for people. And so I would encourage you to try this experiment of 30 days. They don't have to all be yap videos, but just do 30 days of videos where you don't really care about the engagement at all, because there will be probably one video out of those 30, that do better than average. Like for you, you've only posted 13 videos and you already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos that have over 7 videos that have over 1,000 views, which is like incredible for someone who's just starting out. So you already have 7 videos or indications of what people want. People want more of this. So when I say people want more of this, by the way, I'm not just saying like yapping. I'm saying this type of topic about tutorials. So you might want to make another yap video, or just a green screen video, or some sort of video talking about tutorials, because it seems like people want that. You might want to make another video about 10 out of 10 signs with this format, because it seems like people are interested in 10 out of 10 signs you're blank at coding. It seems like people want this, right? So you might want to make another video like that. Like I said, one that you could do is 10 out of 10 signs you suck at coding, or change the word to whatever. You're cooked at coding, or 10 out of 10 signs you're blank at coding, or 10 out of 10 signs you're, going to fail your job interview. I don't know. However you can say that very, succinctly. I'm trying to think of a better way to say that, but 10 out of 10 signs, you'll be hired by, what are the big companies called in the tech world?
Fan companies.
Fang, yeah. 10 out of 10 signs, Fang will hire you. Like you can make so many iterations of this idea, and it seems like people resonate with it. So if I were you, I would do 30 days. Again, let me put this on the Google Docs for you. Hold on. But man, I mean, first off, congrats on all your success so quickly. Like that is super, super sick, man. For someone that's just starting out, and you like, hopefully I don't come across as like biased just because I'm talking to you, but I mean that sincerely. Like, this is the first time you and I have ever met. It's very rare to see someone having videos pop off on their second video ever. So here are, let me erase some of this stuff for you. This is from these are from some of the last conversations here. And let me go here. I'll keep the levels of content for you. This is again what I was just describing, and I'll zoom in so you can see it a little bit. The first phase of making content, in my opinion, is just to post every day. It's just like to make content, get the reps in. Then you worry about making better content. Then you double down on what does well, and then you go through here. So first experiment I'd give you. Post every day for the next 30 days straight without missing a day. Okay?
I can post 2 times a day, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Okay.
What do you
And
think
then
about carousels? Sorry.
I don't post carousels. I just be I don't know. I think I mean, I don't have like really an opinion on if they're good or bad. I think they definitely everything works.
Mm,
I I just try to make how do I say this? I try to make my workflow as simple as possible for me. So like
mm,
I'm familiar with making video content. I'm just gonna stick with making video
mm.
content. But a lot of people
Okay.
make carousels. You know, like I think carousels are great, but I don't think a carousel is essential like an essential skill that is needed to grow an account basically.
Mm,
Like I've grown my account so far without posting a single carousel. So okay, post every day for the next 30 days straight without missing a day. Second, or I'll just put like a sub note. Don't worry about engagement. This is easier said than done because when you post a ton of videos that are getting like 200 views, it sucks. But the point of this, the point of this is to gather data. And when I say data, I mean like you want to see, okay, I posted a couple of videos. This video, for example, got 100 views. So
mm,
maybe I shouldn't make more of this type of video. This video got
mm,
500 views. Maybe I shouldn't make something like this again. But
mm,
this video got 800 or 1800 views. Maybe I should make
mm,
more videos about tutorials,
mm,
you know? And so that's the other thing that I would start looking at too once you're done with this test is before you start looking and say, oh, people like this, because you made a comment that your friends told you,
mm,
and this is what I would be like. I would be cautious not to buy into this idea. And again,
mm,
like this, you're really new to content, so I don't want you. This is a very common mistake that a lot of people fall into is that they think that certain videos do better than others because of editing or visuals or whatever the case is. I mean, that could certainly be a component of it for sure, but the majority of the times that I've seen on my accounts, as well as from every expert that I've learned from, the heavy lifting in terms of how well a video does usually falls back on the topic of the video.
mm,
So, for example, like, it was this video here that you said your friends said this video probably didn't do as well because there like weren't enough pictures, which
mm,
you could you might want to add some pictures here for the hook, sure. Like that's not I don't
mm,
think that's a bad suggestion, but do I think it's the pictures that were like the make or break? No, I don't think so. I think if you had this text hook and it was the same one as and when I say text hook, by the way, I mean like this text on screen. If you wrote
mm.
the same text on screen as that one dude, what's his name? The five
Joey 65.
Joey 65. If you wrote the same text that said 10 out of 10 signs you're LARPing, or whatever, I think I would be willing to bet that even without pictures, that video would still
Mm,
probably do well because the top people care about that topic. This
mm,
one, I mean, again, this video got 1,300 views, so I would, for me, I'd consider this a success. You have, just for your reference, you have 10 times more views than you have followers, which is an
mm,
outlier. That to me is like, when it comes to, since you mentioned outlier content, this is an outlier. This is an outlier. Even these are outliers because you're just starting,
mm,
just at a lower amount, right? This is an outlier by like 7 times. This is an outlier by 10 times, right? So like this one, okay, this one still performed well. Now it might not have done as well as this one because of the actual topic here, 10 out of 10
mm,
purchases that are actually worth it as a CS student, right? Versus like 10 out of 10 signs you're cracked at coding.
mm,
Could be, I don't know, just a
mm,
guess. But I won't get into that just yet because I want to go back to the basics for a second. What I would give you is post every day for the next 30 days straight without missing a day. Don't worry about the engagement. The point of this is to gather data. After 30 days, you and I can connect on a live stream again
okay.
and see which of those 30 videos have performed way better than average and then we can go ahead and start taking note of those and doubling down. Now, during this next challenge where you're posting for 30 days, you could add a couple of these into your tool belt if you want. What I mean by that is like you could make another video about what is this video about here?
So GitHub is like like a place where you can store your projects that you could use for coding.
Yeah, I'm familiar with GitHub, but is the video about like how to make your GitHub portfolio look better?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So you could turn this, since this video did well, you can make another video about this. So this would be my next experiment. This would be in your next 30 days. You could double down on your best videos. Right? This is usually, again, I'm giving you advice that I would, or I'm giving you experiments rather, that I would typically not give someone unless they're at like level 2. But you're kind of an anomaly here because you've already had videos. Again, dude, like I'm used to when I talk to people. I mean, just for reference, like I was talking to someone, and Tom, if you're watching this, shout out to Tom. But I was just talking with Tom last week, one of the guys on the live streams. He's been posting for 2 years, man. 2 years, and he has less than 1,000 followers, and a lot of his videos are like a couple hundred views. So for you to get your second video at 5,000, you know, it's again very rare. So I'm going to give you, because of that, I'm going to give you an experiment that I typically wouldn't give you right off the bat. But second one would be double down on your best videos, which would be, and I'll get very specific on how to do that. This, I would recommend remaking this. So you sit in the chair. You could even use the same images if you want, and just change the text as well as the topic, of course, to 10 out of 10 signs you're, like, you suck at coding or whatever. You can decide what word you want to use there, but you know what I'm trying to say. 10 out of 10 signs you're cooked at coding. I don't know if that really makes sense, but you could say like 10 out of 10 signs. Oh, you could say like 10 out of 10 signs you're trash at coding, and you could use like the trash emoji here, you know, whatever, if you wanted to. So let me just write that. Use trash emoji if you want. Okay. You could do 10 out of 10 signs Fang wants you or something, or like.
Oh, that's actually a good title. 10 out of 10
something.
signs. Yeah, that's a good one.
Whatever, right? But I'm saying like you could, like this 10 out of 10 signs, you could turn it into like basically a whole series just based on how well this did. You do 10 out of 10 signs Fang will hire you, or 10 out of 10 signs, you know, Fang wants you or whatever you decide. I mean, you could just test all this stuff. This is the beauty of where you're at too, is you can test all this stuff. Like, because you have 100 followers, you could literally just, like, you could post a ton of different versions of very similar videos because nobody cares. So you could experiment with all this stuff. You do 10 out of 10 signs Fang wants you, 10 out of 10 signs. I would probably do something around like job interviews, because I know that's very popular in the coding world, right? So 10 out of 10 signs you will fail your interview or something. Is there like a specific word that people use for the interview?
Not that I know of, no.
There's some, like, I'm trying to think what really. Okay, now this is going to be a little bit more advanced, but I think you can handle it because you're a special case here. One of the things that I'm noticing with this video that I think you did really well is that you're using a lot of, like, I'll just say internet words. Right? And I have found in my own experiments on my page, my best performing videos use internet words. Right? These are, I won't get into what the marketing jargon of all this is, but you can think
like
of
the brain rot words.
You can think of them as brain rot words or buzzwords. And because your audience is, your goal with your page is to attract what? Like CS students, basically? Is that who you want to attract on your page? Like, you want CS students to watch your content?
Well, I was thinking about it yesterday, and I was wondering if making just CS content is what I want to do with this page. But like, I want to make some stuff about CS and AI news and testing
Yeah,
AI
yeah.
stuff. But I
No,
don't want it to just be computer science stuff, maybe motivational stuff sometimes, I guess, because it's
yeah. I
hard
mean,
being a student.
no. I mean, all that's good. I'm just saying, like,
Mm,
when you think about who you want to watch your page, like, do you want it to be
mm.
fellow, like, CS students are interested in AI and the motivational, like, all the stuff that you go through. So, do you want other people like you to be the people watching your page?
Yeah, actually, yeah, yeah.
Okay, perfect. In that case, then I think you would highly benefit from using brain rot. If you want to say brain rot words, that's totally fine. Um,
Mm,
in your text here, I think one of the reasons why this did really well, besides the topic, is this word cracked. I'm not saying like one word did all the heavy lifting here,
mm.
but I've noticed. So like, how long have you been following my page, Nonzo? Like, where did you
Um,
come? How did you
like
find me?
since I made the account, I was just like it just started suggesting like gurus and people, and you were part of the people that got suggested. And I watch your videos. Like I watch the YouTube videos.
Oh,
Like
dude,
I know
sweet,
about the Eden AI.
cool, man, cool.
Mm,
Okay, so I have this video here. Hold on. This was in May.
mm,
This one right here. This video got
yes,
this video got 517,000 views,
I think I
and
watched this.
this one was about yapping, and I I was going back and forth on like should I do I solved yap content or I cracked. I
Mm,
I heavily believed because every time I used this word cracked afterwards, the videos did well. I heavily believe that because I used like this internet word, it appealed to people more. Versus,
mm,
like for example, if you were to say 10 out of 10 signs you're good at coding,
mm,
it doesn't give the same like dramatic um, emotional pull if you want. I'm trying to think of the right way to say it, but when you say
mm,
10 out of 10 signs you're cracked at coding, it's more
mm.
dramatic, right? Like it's going to give people more of a reason to stop and watch this video versus if you just said 10 out of 10 signs you're good at coding. So
Yeah.
all I'm saying is if there are certain words that you know a lot of people like you resonate with, like for
Mm,
example, I know one word is like leak code. I don't know what that means, but I know, yeah, you even have it
mm,
here in the hashtags, leak code. What is leak
yeah.
code?
It's so okay, let me just explain, like let me just give a short explanation. So LeetCode is like a platform where they give you like problems, like they see like it's like a
Right.
word problem like coding, but they
And
tell
it
you to solve it.
people use that for job interviews, right? I think.
Yeah, they used to use it to practice
That's what I thought.
till Cluely. Do you
Okay.
know about Cluely?
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, Roy is the guy that I'm thinking about when I'm giving you these
Yeah.
suggestions. Roy has like he's a he's he's a good example of someone to watch. He uses a lot of
Mm,
these buzzwords too. At least when he was coming up, when he was like blowing
mm,
up, he would use a lot of words around leak code. A lot of his content
mm.
was about like the job interview. I can't remember. Let me see if I can find it. What do um, computer science people call job interviews? I feel like there's a specific name that they would use.
Technical interviews.
Yeah, technical interview. Yeah,
Mm,
what coding interview, tech interviews. One thing that I've come to learn is that by using language that like a lot of you people like you use, it typically helps my videos perform better.
mm,
So like you're cracked at coding is good, you're cooked at coding. Um, you might want to do one around leak code maybe.
mm.
Make a video on like for example, I use this one with Fang. 10 out of 10 signs Fang will hire you. I think that video will probably do, if I had to guess, like I think that's a pretty good text to use.
Mm.
I think that resonates with a lot of the computer people.
I feel like D is like C, but D is like a better version of C. Like I actually like the D. Like I think I'll make a video on D.
Yeah, yeah, totally fine. I'm giving you some ideas to test, but I just know
Mm,
that like, for example, this doesn't really resonate with anyone that's outside of your world, but it really
yeah.
resonates with people that are in your world. Because I think
Mm,
this is like the gold standard, like I imagine, right? Like
yes.
everyone wants to work at one of these companies.
Mm.
And so because of that, just that, like, words are very powerful. And so when you have a word like that or an acronym like that, I think it'll do a lot of the heavy lifting and drawing people in. So
Mm.
I would do that. You also, this was great that you added some, like, a paragraph here. That was great. Maybe did you learn that from Zach? I know
Yeah,
Zach talks about that a lot.
I saw it in the Joey 6'5" videos, but then yeah, I noticed that Zach started doing the
Zach's
big
great.
title and
Yeah,
then the
I think you're definitely on the right track here. Hold on.
You built a full stack app from scratch with no AI, no tutorials, just you and the problem. You won a hackathon against a team.
I had to create a lot of these memes myself. Like they didn't
I
even exist.
I was just about to say the other thing. This is what I assume. This is why I'm telling you to lean into the brain rot
Mm.
words, because I assume that if you're trying to attract computer science people, I assume that they're all like memers, like they're all super interested in memes. That's kind of my, like, I don't know if that's a stereotype, but
Mm.
I assume that most people that are like computer guys
Mm.
like they watch a lot of memes. And so you having like this, what is this, Dark Souls, right? This Dark Souls graphic here, I'm like, this is great. Like this visual and the wording, I think aligns with your type of people, which when you use that type of language and you have these types of visuals like on screen, I think it just helps people gravitate more towards you because they're like, this guy's just like me. This guy's, using these meme words and stuff. So, yeah, double down on your best videos. This one for sure. You might want to try another one, since this one got 3,000 views, and it was liked by
Yeah, a lot
Zach.
of people commented. I submitted this for the Yap review.
Reality check. Claude might actually be smarter than ChatGPT. But I'm still picking ChatGPT because intelligence doesn't matter if the AI taps out halfway through.
Tel Aviv impressed.
the assignment. Every
That's one of
comparison
my
online
friends.
is about benchmarks. What model writes the better code? What model scores higher on the benchmark test? What model can answer the harder coding question?
So I would double down on this again. I mean, if you have other ideas around ChatGPT versus Claude, you might have to think a little bit further. But
Yeah.
hold on. ChatGPT versus Claude. What you could do is do this again. You could do something like comparing them in certain categories or something. Like, I don't know how in depth you got into this video, but you could do like, ChatGPT versus Claude. ChatGPT is better in this aspect, whatever. But I would try to double down on this again because, and chat, this might be helpful for you guys, maybe for Cindy. What I've realized, I have a video also. You might find this useful because this is exactly what I'm about to explain. This video I posted 2 days ago, this one here. Let me send this to you, but don't get too in the weeds with it because you're still, in my opinion, like, I think your number one experiment is to just start posting, like how Zach says. But in this video that I just sent you, I mentioned how I've noticed that my best videos are the ones that basically start a conversation. And that, to me, I think that like summarizes 80 to 90% of good content, honestly. Maybe even like closer to 95%. I think if there was like one sentence that I could, from all my learning so far, if there's one sentence I could use to summarize like what makes good content, to me, I think it's just content that starts a conversation. This one, the reason why I'm telling you to double down on this is because look at the comments. People people are writing, they're giving their takes. Haven't used Claude in a minute. Imagine paying for ChatGPT Plus. This guy says, "No, you're right. I think ChatGPT is better." You probably have some. I don't know what the hidden comments are, but maybe they're memes or whatever. But like, this guy says, "Just my opinion." Yeah, bro, you might be tripping. Agreed. Blah blah blah. You're starting a conversation, right? Like, because you made this video. And because this is a quote unquote hot take, like you're going against the hype of Claude, you are now incentivizing, or you're basically triggering people to comment. Not triggering them as if they're like mad, but because you're giving an opinion that goes against the grain, strangers on the internet are going to be more inclined to write a comment telling you their thoughts. So that's why I'm saying, like, this would be a good one to keep making iterations of. You could do, again, ChatGPT versus Claude, but in a different aspect, or maybe you do Gemini is better than Claude or something, or I'm trying to think, or like Grok is better than Claude. I mean, obviously it has to align with what you actually believe.
Yeah.
But I think what you did that was really well done here, especially for a Yap video, is that you started a conversation. This is a topic that people really care about, and also they care about it enough to comment and let you know their opinions. That's what I'm saying. Try to make different variations of this video if you can. That would be my next. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna can you
check.
scroll up? So initially, the last video I posted, I was gonna post about like debunking 6 myths that people believe are true, and the number one like myth I was gonna do is like the data centers and the water stuff. But like,
yeah, this one is it. This one here.
So I ended up changing it because of like my I was talking to my sister and she was telling me people are just gonna hate on you. Like, I don't know if that's the right kind of engagement, especially at this point in your stuff or whatever.
Yeah, your sister has a lot of valid points. Are you familiar? Well, I don't want to give you too many suggestions because, again, I think you're still like at the beginning stages of posting content. But have you ever heard of this guy? I'm not giving you a suggestion to watch him, but I'm just curious. Have you ever seen this guy's page, Caleb Ralston? All right, that's fine. Hold on. Before you go and watch him, like, I'll give you some thoughts here. Have you ever heard of this guy?
Yeah, but I've never actually like watched his videos. Like, I've known him for like a long time.
Totally fine. You don't need to watch any. I'm not giving you an assignment to watch anyone. Basically, the first guy that I just asked you if you knew, this guy Caleb Ralston, he. Are you familiar with like Gary V too? Do you know that name?
Oh yeah, I know Gary V. I used to watch Gary V.
So this guy helped build Gary V's social media as well as the second guy that I showed you, Alex Ramosi.
Okay.
And what this guy right here, he helped build his page. What Caleb talks about in some of his content is when you're building a brand, he mentions this idea of like you want to be contrarian, just like how you're doing, but you don't want to be controversial. And so in your case, like ChatGPT versus Claude,
reality,
that's you being contrarian. You're going against the grain. I don't think it's really that controversial at all. And I mean, Zach also has differing opinions on this too. Zach, like, he leans more into the controversy because he.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I think that's totally fine. Like, again, all advice works. People will tell you to do a million different things. For me, I will say that I resonate more with what Caleb says about like be contrarian, but don't be controversial, because what I've learned through some of my videos that have popped off, like, for example, if I go to my page real quick, the Yap video that I showed you, you can see here, like in my bio, I say I'm not an expert. I'm figuring things out. I'm sharing my journey to figure out how content works, right? But when I made this Yap video, it did super well. Where is it? This, I can never find it. This video, right?
Maybe
this video did super well. And for the most part, it got really good feedback, but I did come across in some people's minds, like it started a crazy debate in the comments, but then in some people's mind, it was almost like I got another guru, you know? And I do not want to be associated with the gurus that are there. I don't think I'm an expert. Like this video is me just sharing what I've learned about yapping, because I studied a ton of content, and but because I leaned into more of the controversy, the way I was perceived is like, oh, it's just another guru guy. And so thankfully, like, one video is not going to, you know, for the most part, one video, you know, it's not going to like make or break your brand or anything. But ever since that video, I've been very intentional about how I come across in my content. I want to be known for the guy who experiments with stuff and is like testing stuff out. I don't want to be known as like another guru guy. And so to your sister's point, this is a very hot topic, and at the end of the day, it's a personal decision. I don't think that there is any rule book on how to succeed on social media, but it is something worth thinking about of how do I want to be, or what do I want to be known for? Because your sister is right. If you make this video enough times, depending on how you frame the video, so like the words you actually say, who you're talking to, you could certainly, have this video reach a ton of people who are very against like this topic, or very against AI and whatever the case is, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, it's almost inevitable when it comes to growing on social media, but you still have the control of how you want to be perceived to a certain extent. So I can't say whether it's right or wrong to keep making this video, but if you want to be known as let's just start with that. What do you want to be known as with your page? Like, what do you want people to come to you for?
I want to entertain people to some degree, and I want to show them like things they can build on their own, like the AI tools I'm testing, or just news in general. Like this video, I tried to not be controversial in this because I just explained does ChatGPT waste water. Like the other option I had was to just debunk it and say no, AI is not wasting water. I just said, does it actually waste water? And I talked about it.
I mean, I think here's the thing. I think it's a super valid topic. Like, I think it aligns with your page. It's also something that is obviously in demand. A lot of people talk about this, and a lot of people probably want, like, including myself, I'd like to know the full answer. And so I won't give you a suggestion whether or not to make this type of content, but if you decide to, right? Like when I made the Yap video that blew up on my page, there was a while that I said to myself, I'm never making a Yap video again. But then I started to think further about like, how can I make this without coming across as like maybe potentially controversial? And so I started doing stuff like this, avoid these Yap mistakes. And I started talking about mistakes that I'm making from my Yap videos. Same idea. I'm still talking about yapping, but I instead of telling people like you're making this mistake with your Yap videos, I said these are the mistakes I'm making. Totally different perception. I mean, again, the first video, it was pretty positive reception all around, but like this video unanimously that I posted yesterday, everyone so far has loved this video. Just because I changed how I framed it. And so for you, like, this is a valid topic. A lot of people want to know the answer. You just might want to be a little bit more careful when it comes to these hot button issues. So like, does using ChatGPT waste water? Maybe you say something like, I've seen a lot of people on the internet say, that it wastes water or whatever. So I'm going to do some research, or here's some research that I've done. And here are the results of basically what I found. What I've found to work best is when I'm making these like quote unquote controversial videos is to just come at it with the frame of like almost like a news reporter. Like here's the information that I found on this side and that side, and just take it or leave it, And that's something that I'm still trying to even work out. Like this video I posted yesterday, right? And this one I was messaging Tiago, who's like my right-hand man. He's here in the chat. I was messaging him yesterday, and I was like, I don't know if this video comes, like if I come across a certain way with this, like because I don't want people to watch this and think like you can use AI to just blow up your account, But this was me just like, I know people are interested in AI and they want to use it to grow their social media, and I wanted to try and experiment. So I made this video. And so, yeah, I mean, it's something that I'm currently working through, but I found that it's helped me a lot just by being careful around these topics, how I word certain things. So again, in summary, it's up to you on whether or not you want to make these types of videos. But if you decide to, my recommendation would just be to be a little bit careful when making them.
Okay.
And that is just, again, that's just how I go about it. If you don't care at all about the controversy, you don't care about, what comes with it, because inevitably people will hate on you. Like, that is just the name of the game. But you also can control the level of controversy you want to bring with your page, basically. If you make the next 100 videos on your page be about how, like, does AI waste water, AI, should replace all jobs, AI does this, this, you are actively contributing to the amount of controversy your page brings. But if you want to be maybe less controversial, then you can figure out ways to be a little bit more crafty. So again, there's not a right or wrong answer. Like, you see people on both sides kill it. Alex Hermosi, the guy I showed you, Gary Vee, who Zach Rance, they all lean into more of the controversial stuff from time to time. Some people, don't. That's up to you. So,
Okay.
hopefully I'm not ranting too much. Does that make sense so
No,
far?
I like your advice is good.
Okay. Yeah, so I would say, again, 10 out of 10 signs, like all these different videos you could do, ChatGPT versus Claude, because that one starts a conversation that I think is valuable. And then this one right here, this one seems to be good. Same with these. Stop depending on tutorials. And how to make GitHub look better. Now, when I say to double down on these, I mean, like, you can make another video. Like, the video where you said stop depending on tutorials, what's the basic premise of it? Like, what is the main message you're trying to come across with that video?
Okay, so what I was trying to say to people was like the thing that happens to a lot of CS students is that, like, if you watch a tutorial video, most people will never finish a tutorial video. Like, I don't think I've ever finished. I don't think I've finished a lot of them. Like, I've never finished like a tutorial video, I don't think. And if you do finish, they just have a tutorial project that's something that's on YouTube, basically. Like, you could just download it because they always drop the link to the project in the YouTube description.
Yeah.
So what I told them to do was add something that's like, I'll make it better, maybe like change a feature or something. What's it called? Change a feature or something, like polish your readme, I don't know, something like that.
So, like, you just gave me 3 or 4 different solutions. You could make each solution its own video. So you could do like stop depending on tutorials, and then you just give one solution. A better thing to do, instead of falling into tutorial hell, which, by the way, that's one of the buzzwords that I was talking about earlier. This seems to resonate with CS students. I've heard this before, tutorial hell. So you could say, like, you might even want to try that on the title, like stop, or like how to get out of tutorial hell, something like that. You could even try that as your title, and then make just one easy solution. Like, you start off by saying tutorials don't work, whatever, like, or however you frame it, because you just keep watching, but you never finish. Easiest thing that you could do is just to do this one thing, and then you explain it, whatever, and then you make another video and explain one solution. That makes sense. Or give like a step-by-step solution on how to do it. But I'd recommend trying to make a different variation of this with, you could even look at the comments. Like, some guy said, "Get to the point, bro." So you could.
That's me on my spam.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if that's what you think, though, you could make this video again, but try to get to the point quicker. Make a different variation. This guy says, "Can you teach me how to code? Is this your friend?"
Yeah, that's my friend.
Oh, okay. And then this guy says facts. This guy says, "Can you teach me how to code? I'm cooked for my course this fall." Again, cooked. Seems like that's a buzzword that you should probably use in some of your content too, because I know a lot of people use that word.
Yeah.
And so you could, since your friend left you this comment, you could turn this into a video too. You'd say, like, how to code if if you're cooked or something. I don't know, whatever you think of the title, but yeah.
How to not be cooked in fall or something like that.
Whatever. I would just try to use the word cooked and then code. Oops, I liked his comment. But anyways, yeah, man. Try to make a different variation of this video, but instead of giving like the whole 6 or 7 solutions, just try to give one and give like some steps to achieve it. Instead of watching 1,000 videos, just go to this one website here and then play around with this one feature. Once you're done, then do this. Like, step by steps, one solution. Cool. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah. I had another question. What do you think of like about like captions? Because I don't know if maybe you could go back to that video. I wanted to show you something in the captions.
This video here.
I
Yeah.
stopped coding for
So
almost 2 years.
I seen
because
this
part of
one
the
guy
tutorial
that said this is for the algorithm, not you. And I was watching like the Instagram, like I don't know, if you know about like the educational part where there's like, oh, hashtags don't matter that much, that you should try and do like SEO or whatever. So I started doing this. So I'm not sure if I should keep doing this or I should stop, because I stopped doing this and just try to incorporate the keywords into the caption itself. So the caption is shorter and just add a little bit of hashtags. I just wanted to get your opinion on that.
I mean, if you want, man. Like I said, there are no rules. I will say the CEO of YouTube has, and if there's anyone that you should listen to for like objective advice on content, it would be the CEO of Instagram, Adam Mosseri. I don't know if you follow him. He mentions that hashtags don't really have significant pull on your reach. Like it's not necessarily needed. I don't use hashtags personally. I also don't spam my captions with keywords. You certainly could do it, and it probably will help, but it's in my experience, it hasn't made or break a video. Like if you post a terrible video and spam the caption with keywords, the video is still going to suck. You know, so if you post a good video and you have literally like 2 words in the caption, the video is still going to do well because it's a good video. You know, so that's up to you, man. I've seen a lot of people flood the captions with keywords and then it pops up in Google. That's, if you have time to do that, you know, more the merrier. If you have a system to do that, I think the overall thing that I try to optimize for with me is how can I sustainably make content? How can I make content so that every day I can post without failing? And if I'm spending too much time making captions with keywords and as a result I'm not able to post tomorrow, I would say then that effort is not
can I just mute real quick?
Yeah, of course. Chat, is this making sense so far? Cindy, any questions? All right.
Yeah, I think I can continue now.
No worries, brother. This is pretty much it. I'm not going to give you any more experience other than this.
Okay.
Because I think at your stage of just starting out content, I think these are the only 2 things, in my opinion, based on my account, these are the only 2 things that I really focused on. Was just like post every single day. When one video does better than average, then just make a different variation of it. That's it. I think that, especially if you are following Zach's advice, I think that aligns perfectly with what Zach says. Zach is all about volume and whatnot. I think Zach is excellent in that regard for your type of situation. So you can continue doing what you're doing if you want to, you know, try to find other videos that are working and remix them if you want, but I wouldn't make that the primary strategy.
Yeah.
If it means that it's going to hinder you being consistent. Like if you're skipping days because you like are spending time trying to find outliers from other creators and then like script out your own stuff, I think that is probably worse than you just posting every single day when you're first starting out. So,
yeah.
That's just my opinion, though. Not an expert, as I say, all streams. This is just what's worked with me, man. So,
yeah.
There you go. Try those experiments and let me know how it goes, man.
Okay. Thank you, Sean.
Of course.
Nice talking to you.
Of course, Nonzo. We'll you're now on live, so we'll be checking in on your page 30 days from now to see if you're up for the challenge, if you're able to post every single day for the next 30 days. And then I'd be happy to reconnect and see what we can do after that.
Yeah, for sure. I'll check back in 30 days.
Cool. All right, Nonzo. Good luck, man.
All right, man. See you.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, chat. There we go. Just like that. That to me, just as a recap, that is my number one suggestion based on the 7 levels here. I'll always plug this video. I feel like this video is almost like the personal brand Bible for me. Not saying like this is, again, I'm not going to say that my information is like the most valuable thing ever, but to me, this is what I always think about. And so if you are, for example, in the chat right now or on YouTube watching this, and you resonate with Nonzo's situation where like you have just started posting or you haven't got to the point where you're posting consistently, I am of the opinion that listening to a ton of gurus, and hopefully you guys don't consider me to be a guru. I know I talk about content, but I'm not an expert. But I don't think listening to multiple people's advice is beneficial when you're first starting out. I think it ultimately can hinder you in a lot of ways. That's why they call it analysis paralysis. And so the best thing that I've found, and this is how I thought about my journey so far, was when I started posting on January 1st this year, my only goal was to just post every single day. Okay, that's the granny right here. So my only goal. A lot of my videos flopped. A lot of my videos got like 60 views, 100 views, 200 views. My only goal when first starting out was just posting. And so the advice to listen to when you're at this stage, like I think Nonzo he's listening to the right advice where he's listening to Zach Rants. Shout out to Personal Brand Tips. He's a beast, absolute beast. And he talks about just posting. He talks about literally just post all your thoughts. So shout out to Zach. I think this is pretty solid advice when you're first getting started. Just posting. Don't use this. Don't use blah, 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 blah. I think all of this is super solid. Now, what was rare about Nonzo's case is that he, on his second video, was able to get a video that has over 5,000 views. So and that was done through finding what works from others and remixing it himself. I also listen to Briar. I don't know if you know him. Yeah, Briar is a beast. Briar is an absolute legend. So shout out to him. But what's interesting about Nonzo's case is with his second video, he went to level 2. He basically saw what was working out there, and then he remixed it with his own ideas. Me personally, I basically went in order. I started off by posting every single day, and then once I got the habit of posting consistently, then I had the next thought of how do I make better content. And that was only after I had all the reps of, making content in general. Then I went to level 2 where I started to steal like an artist. So I started to see what was working out there and adjusting it to my own. That was how I was able to get videos like Nonzo's that were getting 5,000 views when I was first starting out. And then when I had videos that got 5,000 views, I became the hit maker where I said, okay, people like these ideas. Let me just keep remixing them. That's why, like, if you go to my page, you'll see I have a ton of videos that are about similar topics. I have a ton of videos about yapping. I have a ton of videos about Claude. I have a ton of videos about, like with these green screens, because they work. I have a ton of videos about these, like, curations of, like, 10 out of 10 creators to follow. I have some videos about speed. I'm just doubling down on what works. Okay. So those are kind of the first 3 most important. Did you start by picking a niche? I did. Yeah. That was the very first thing I did all the way multiple years ago, because I've been obsessed with content marketing for like 7 years now. So the niche was just something that I am just naturally super obsessed about. Something that I am always thinking about. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. What's up, Eden? Thanks for joining. What's up, Elijah? Thanks for joining. What's up, Tahia? Thanks for joining. But yeah, anyways, going back to this level 1, this roadmap. I think, to me, honestly, I think that this is, to me, the best roadmap that I've followed, because it helps me understand which advice to listen to. That's why I always bring it up in this chat, because I know everyone here for the most part, has the same problem, which is we're confused by what to do with our content. Since we all share the same problem, I figured a video like this or a roadmap like this would be helpful so that we can understand which advice to listen to when there's so many people giving advice. And again, I'm not saying this is like the bulletproof rule book. We did have this validated by Dan Coe, who Dan Coe has like 4 million followers across all platforms. So that was a good sign. But this is based on my journey so far, how I think about content. I think it could be helpful for you guys as well. So if, again, to reiterate, if you are someone who is just starting out and you haven't been able to post consistently for 30 days or more, my number one suggestion would be to just listen to people that talk about just posting. Like, this level 1 is not the stage to be obsessing over strategy, in my opinion. It's just the stage to just post. Did he make Eden? Dan? Yeah, he did. Yeah. Big fan of Dan. Big fan of Eden. Yeah. And then level 2 is the thief, which Nonzo I use when I'm looking for ideas that are proven. That's what I use Eden for, is to do that at scale. Okay? So step 1, just make content consistently for, again, 30 days or more. That's ultimately up to you. I'm not going to give you like a set rule book. I'm very against like just rules in general when it comes to content stuff, but this is a pretty solid process that I've followed. Just get in the habit of posting every single day. Typically that takes around 30 days to get into that habit. I think the saying is it takes 21 days to build a habit, so I'll just say 30 days. Then step 2 is to what most people think about is, how do I make better content? You do that by either looking at what works from others or looking at what works from yourself by posting. Both strategies work. Some people might say, like, for example, and this is why I think it's just so important that we have this discussion, because some people out there might say to steal viral hooks or steal viral videos or steal outliers, like how Nonzo said. And then another side of the camp is like, no, don't ever do that. You're never going to be original. You're always going to be copying other people, blah, 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 blah. I think all sides are valid, but it depends on, and that's what I'm saying, like, all sides work. It just depends on what level of the game that you're at, as well as which direction you prefer. If you are at level 2, so like you've been posting every single day for, let's say, 60 days, and you now want to make better content, then in my experience, the way that I've made better content is by studying what works from others or from myself and then making it. And that ultimately is your preference. Do I want to look at what's working from others and just make that? Do that. Or if you want to lean more towards the other camp where they say don't do that, then just look at what works from yourself and then make that again. So that's 2, and that'll ultimately bleed into level 3. When you do that, when you basically steal from yourself or you steal from others, then you'll ultimately start to make hits on your page, and then you can just become a hit maker and make this over and over and over again. Does this make sense, guys? I want to leave you guys with this before we end our discussion here. TT says, my conversion to followers are very poor, but I hit 4 to 6K views on pretty much all reels. Okay, let's take a look. I'll take a look quickly. Okay. I had an assumption. I probably should have said it before I looked. But what's up, Lori? Thank you. Awesome, Nonzo. I'm glad it makes sense.
This girl's
Oh shoot, I was muted the whole time. Sorry guys. All right, here's what I was gonna say. TT, are we scheduled to talk this week? I think we should be scheduled to talk tomorrow, right? If I'm not mistaken. Let me know if you guys can hear me still. TT, if we're scheduled to talk to tomorrow at 12, then because I think 12 p.m., right? Sorry guys. If we're scheduled to talk tomorrow, then I'll save it for tomorrow. But basically what I was saying when I was muted that I should have made the prediction before I checked out your page. When you said that your conversion to followers were low, I was going to ask, are you making a lot of B-roll reels? And sure enough, you are. So I have a lot of suggestions that I think could help tomorrow. And yeah, let's work through this tomorrow. I think it'll be good. 12 p.m. Pacific time. That'll be whatever time zone. I think 12 a.m. your time or something like that. Yeah, I think we'll be able to find some good ideas here. Okay. What do you think about cross-posting? I can't hear if you're talking. Yeah, I definitely cross-post on different platforms. It's something that I'm doing. I'm spending more time on other platforms now just because of how many people are getting banned on Instagram for various different things. I think it's definitely a smart idea to have content on different platforms in case Instagram ever goes down, like your Instagram account ever goes down, or any other platform. I think it's totally smart. You could use something like Eden to do that. Nonzo, if you're someone that likes to use a lot of tools, Eden can post on different platforms for you. For me, my platforms are YouTube and Threads. So every day I'm posting a YouTube video, and every day I'm posting multiple threads. Threads is my platform for yapping, where I just brain dump raw thoughts to the platform, no strategy. YouTube is pretty much the same thing. I take these live stream clips and upload it to YouTube. Instagram is the platform where I do more research. So I spend a little bit more time, kind of scripting out ideas and whatnot. But that's just how I roll. I'm not saying that's the golden rule or something like that. You could just freely talk on all platforms. Totally fine. Guys, tune in tomorrow as well as to my life. So get my life audited. Awesome. Cool. All right, guys, I think we're done here. Awesome live. Nonzo, you were a great guest, man. Thanks for joining. Really excited to see what happens 30 days from now. I gave you the same experiment as Germ, who was in one of these lives. Germ also has a 30-day, you call it yapping challenge, where you just post every single day for 30 days. Quick tips for you, Nonzo, just to help. Try to pick formats. And let me be more specific. Try to pick styles of videos, right? In case you're not familiar with the word formats, but try to pick styles of videos that are easy for you to produce. So those would be like the yapping videos, the 10 out of 10 signs video. Seems like it's somewhat easy to produce. The green screens, I love green screens because they're so easy to make. And that'll be an easy way for you to hit one post a day for the next 30 days. Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Great stream today. I'm going to end it here. We're an hour and a half in. Appreciate all the support lately. And I'll just plug with this, guys. Hold on. If you guys want to watch a replay of my conversation today with Nonzo, or tomorrow with TT, you guys can check it out here. We're at 60 subs now, chat. 60 subs. So we are now pretty much famous. So check out the YouTube for all live replays. And again, I'll have different clips here with questions here. So if you guys have some questions, you guys can just watch these conversations. Okay? Yeah, we're at 60 subs. Yeah, we're blowing up, man. Famous. So check out the YouTube. Nonzo, your YouTube video will be posted tomorrow. Oh wait, no, it'll be posted the day after tomorrow since I have a video coming out tomorrow. And then TT, your video will be posted on Thursday. So, cool. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Check out the YouTube. We're blown up. Peace.